Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. So I'll be sharing some awesome information with you guys on a spell you can do with Lord Beelzebub for self-power. Okay, getting into this bit now. If you chat with me and you hire me for a power spell, energy spell, whatever the case is, I do the spell for you. I have a little bit of chat with you, and I tell you what you have to do on your end to receive it and why. I go into the teachings of it because I've always said, and I believe it because I know it's true. The more you understand something, the better the results are going to be. That's just how it works. So there's going to be a power spell with Lord Beelzebub, and I specifically do this one with Lord Beelzebub because it's going to bring you that raw power. It's not a specific success spell or a specific love spell or something. It's a raw power, which means you as a being will just start to exhume this fucking power and order. And that in itself is going to be super beneficial to you, even if it's once off, okay? So to begin, if you're doing it by yourself, and you can, just please know what you're doing. I only teach so much in my words because I keep them short. But again, if you are looking for any of my services, which obviously includes spells, I'm a predominantly spellcaster, but I also teach spirituality, the occult, energy, truth, knowledge, wisdom, all these beautiful, amazing things that's been kept from us. I've obviously the one-on-one consultations, invocation, tarot readings, and so on and so on and so on. So, back this, if you want to do this by yourself, go ahead. But first, do your initial invocation with entity. Don't just rock up there out the blue as such and start the spell with entity. It's most likely not going to work. So, initial invocation is done in entity, right? You're going to start again. You're going to grab a page, A4 page. You're going to put entity sigil there, which I'll show you guys on this one. By the way, you can frame it as well around there. But besides the framing of it, if you're going to work now, you're going to still want your A4 page, hand-drawn sigil, his incantation. And now, because the initial invocation is done, you still welcome in words. You welcome entity into your presence, your home, okay? But then you can go straight into what it is you're desiring. You speak to him. Welcome, great and glorious Lord Beelzebub. I, Jane Doe, whatever. I seek this with you now. I thank you for your enhancement on this case. I thank you for the reality of this case. I thank you for your presence in this case and upon me right now. All those type of words, but in a respectful manner. So that is there, one side with these two candles, one red, one black, which will be inscribed with his name, the petition there, some offerings for entity, and a beverage, an alcoholic beverage, okay? Slightly in front of that, you're going to have another two candles, one black, one green. That's slightly in front of entity's candles, okay? This is an important one, please. These two candles embalm with lavender oil. So you got your two candles here, one black, one green, lavender oil. On each one, put the words power and your name. Power and your name. That's it. And if you want to, you can go ahead and print some pics of yourself, put it around the candle with your full name written behind it, date of birth. And then I'm going to want you to place these two sigils in front of the candles. Okay, I'm actually sharing a lot here with you guys, and I hope it shows you that I spend a lot of time in my occult and spiritual practices. So if you work with me, I hope you feel you're working with someone that knows what he's actually talking about and doing. Okay, so anyway, you're going to put those two sigils in front. And around this whole area now, whether it's on a plate or platter or board, your altar area, you're going to put fresh rosemary. The more you put, the better, I'll be honest. So you're going to put a bunch of fresh rosemary everywhere, fresh sage, or dry for that one actually, but the rosemary must be fresh. Some turmeric, either powder or the turmeric sticks, lavender, fresh lavender, and a few drops of your blood. I don't always work with blood in workings, but there are specific times when it does call for it. This is one of them. So again, I'll repeat: fresh rosemary, sage, turmeric powder or turmeric sticks, fresh lavender, a few drops of your blood. Just get a needle or something, just prick a few. Don't go and fucking cut yourself. I'm not saying that, okay? I'll make it clear. I'm not saying cut or hurt yourself. Just prick your finger, couple of drops of blood, nothing hectic. That material, that setup alone is powerful. Now you're ignited by having entity's candles lit, the power candles lit. Call on entity and start to invoke it. You visualize entity sigil, you start that. You've welcomed entity now, and now you visualize and you focus on the ingredients, literally. Keep the ingredients in your mind, smell it in, sniff it in. And when you breathe in through the nostrils, see it coming in, see the sigil. That's why I say hand draw it a few times before as well. If you need to open your eyes in between, go ahead, look at the sigil, visualize it, call it in, call out words of power now. I am by the hands of Lord Beelzebub powerful. I am by the hands of Lord Beelzebub mighty. I have a mighty order. I have stamina. I have charisma. All these things, but in the presence and hand of Lord Beelzebub. This is important for this spell. But then you dart forth, back and forth between those sigils and close your eyes and really visualize the sigils. And then you just, upon your spell area, you create this energy field without touching your hands whilst you're calling out these words of power upon you in your name for yourself. You visualizing these sigils in the center there all the time. You want to feel a magnetic build-up in your hands, and you want to see these sigils in the center of your hands in your mind's eye. That should take about 10 minutes. You should, unfortunately, be pretty fucking drained afterwards. That just comes with because you, and if you're not, I'll tell you guys why you're not. You never put your energy into it. Remember, if you're putting your energy into it, it means you're taking something out from yourself. And by putting your energy into the spell, you bring it into your reality and existence a lot faster. Which is why a lot of times when I'm done working, I'm like fucking livid. I'm in my chops. But guys, it's good practice. And again, if you do need any of my help or services matter, simply hit me up. I'm there to teach, I'm there to help, I'm there to do your spells for you. Guys, show the like. Be cool, show the like. Share the vid. Be good or not.